Hey everyone, Steve here from theturtlefollower.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at the markets for the upcoming week. The upcoming week will be a shortened week for the U.S. Just because of Memorial Day. So with that, I want to thank all the family of veterans out there who've served this country. Really one of the best countries that I know of. Wouldn't want to live anywhere else. So you guys are out there protecting us, and again, they've paid the ultimate sacrifice. So I want to again thank everyone out there, all the families, for their service and for their sacrifices. So before we get into the market, I just want to alert you guys on one thing. I am changing the premium membership up. I've kind of tossed it back and forth. I've consulted with the premium members, and I think this is going to be a killer feature for the premium membership. If you haven't heard, we do a monthly review video where I basically go back through all the trades we've made for the month. I'm not doing that anymore. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 1 hour one-on-one session with each and every member to go over what exactly is preventing you from maybe being successful, something you're struggling with, anything. But starting in June, I'm going to be setting up those one-on-one sessions. They're going to be done by online meeting. Again, it's just another feature I think that really sets us apart from a lot of other membership sites out there. It's really about getting you to where you want to be. I am trying to do everything in my power with the nightly videos, with the market outlooks, and now with one-on-one sessions where it's really open-ended. We'll go over your positions, go over maybe your stop levels, question and answer, ask me questions, and we do it every month as your membership. I'm not increasing the price of the membership. It's just changing the feature out, and adding value where I feel it's useful. So if you haven't tried the premium membership yet, I highly suggest you do. The one-on-one monthly reviews are only for premium members, though, not for free pass members. So just keep that in mind. It's only going to be for the monthly premium membership. So with that said, again, we're going to take a look at the markets for the upcoming week. We talked in the past week or so about this breakout that we've had in the S&P futures. You can see we've pretty much, these boxes have gotten, you could call them shorter as they go. So that just means the consolidation is getting tighter and tighter. And we finally broke out last, I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday of last week, the 14th of May. We broke out. And then, this week we kind of moved a little higher and then really just sideways. So this was kind of to be expected. We were looking for some follow through. We were making sure that we weren't going to pull straight back as we have done so many times before. So we held the breakout and we're kind of drifting ourselves higher. So I think here in the S&P futures, potentially we come back down to 2110 and maybe use that as a bit of a springboard. But we're really looking at a breakout level over 2130 to really get this party started here. So you could see here on the weekly chart, really just, again, going sideways, breaking out. And if we're considering this channel to be, maybe an accurate representation of support and resistance, which it has been over, the last, year or so, we could go all the way up to 2250. Now, I don't think we do that in a straight line, of course. I think it's just a grind higher, especially with the summer months coming. It tends to be just more of a grind. We'll see how this reacts. But I know last year, the summer is really when we started picking up some performance in the portfolio and in our positions. So I'm hoping that same happens here this year. But again, I just don't see the market really heading down anytime soon. The way it's kind of set up, I think we're really poised to move higher. The NASDAQ, again, 4550 is really the level. Okay, we've come up double top there. And again, you could just see we've broken out and moved sideways. So it hasn't been like it was the last time where we moved up and quickly reversed. Now we're kind of spending some time up there. And I think this ends up potentially taking us higher. If we redraw this as a channel, you could even see coming right back through here that we have the potential for some significant gains, 4,700 or so on the NASDAQ futures. And again, I just think the NASDAQ wants to go higher. The Dow, all right, again, hitting that 18,250 area. All right, once we've hit there, we've just kind of consolidated right there. Again, it wasn't a hit and pull back. It was a hit and stay. So that tells me it's a bit different than it has been in the past. We were looking at this, again, when you hit these levels, you have to kind of understand not only the price action, but how it reacts. And what I mean by that is, again, when we hit 18,258, we didn't know that this was any type of resistance last time, but look at what quickly happened. And when we hit 18,258 last time, 1, 2, 3, 4 down days, where we probably gave back about 100 points, or I'm sorry, 1,000 points in the Dow. All right, so this time we hit it and we stuck. All right, so it's a difference in mentality with a trader. So now that we're sticking here, traders may be more willing to step in and start potentially accumulating and looking for that real breakout over 18,300. And the last one that we're going to look at is the Russell. All right, Russell again broke down below the 50-day, came back, finally broke through the 50-day. 1264 was a significant level. 1280 is another significant level. And now we're kind of in the middle of the range. So if you consider this to be one big giant consolidation, let's just take this box for argument's sake. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's take this box. And if you consider this to be one gigantic consolidation pattern, more like that, the fact is you've definitely identified the downside, 1200. You've identified the upside, 1270. And now you're sitting right around 1240, 1250. So the fact is, right now, we're back above the 50-day. And we're right in the middle of the range. So the Russell may want to go higher, but for right now, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes sideways. The one key feature that I do see on the Russell is if you look here at the weekly chart, right here. Okay, we've had these progressively higher boxes. One other stock that it brings to mind, one that I'm long and one we're looking to get long in the model portfolio, is Apple. All right, so again, you can see on the weekly chart these progressively higher boxes on these breakouts. So maybe the NASDAQ, again, I keep saying NASDAQ, again, maybe the Russell kind of follows suit with that. After this breakout, we're going to maybe start putting in some consolidations and just some boxes and consolidations, stair-stepping their way higher. So for right now, again, I think I almost did it again. I don't know why I keep calling this the NASDAQ. The Russell, you've identified your range, 1270 to 1200. I think 1270 breaks before we break 1200. That's my personal opinion. With the way the markets are set up in the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow, they're all set up to move higher. All right, so if they start moving higher, I think they may drag the NASDAQ. Okay, I'm sorry, whatever. If I say NASDAQ, I mean Russell. So I think they may go ahead and drag the Russell higher with it. So that's really it for this. Again, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the time off. Market will be here when we return, so kind of get your heads out of it, and let's think about what we have to do, on Tuesday. But from now until Tuesday, just enjoy the nice long weekend. So I'm down the Jersey Shore. That's where I live. So it's definitely getting to be a crowded area. So you'll see. Now it's time to go into our summer mode where we go out after 5 o'clock, and that's when we are at the beach. So that's where I'll be. Again, I hope you guys enjoy the time off and the time away from the markets, and they will be here when we get back on Tuesday. So have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy the time, and we'll see you then. Take care.